Zhiyun, or Zhiyun as we say here, came out with a new studio lineup, the Molus B Series. Hi guys, Dirk here, thanks so much for tuning in, and this is the Zhiyun Molus B100. There's also a B200, a B300 and a B500 available, and as the number suggests, this is the wattage, this is your power output. So I have a 100 watt COP LED studio light right here. It already looks different than most studio lights, and I can tell you it most certainly is. The first thing that makes it different to most studio lights is that the power adapter is built in. Most other studio lights require for you to have a long, bulky power adapter attached to the cable, and then there is another cable that goes into our light. Not here, we plug it in directly underneath the studio light. One of my concerns when I saw this for the first time was, can't it simply slip out and interrupt your production? And I tested it and it is so sturdy and firm. Underneath we do have a physical power button where we turn the light on or off. Here in the back we do have a little display that gives us all the information about the color temperature and the brightness. On the left side we have a set knob where we can adjust the brightness in 1% increments by simply turning it, or we have a fast set option. When we push it in we can change the brightness in 20% increments from 0 to 100 and back to 0. The knob on the other side is to change the color temperature, and with the turn of the knob we can change it in 100 Kelvin increments. And also here we have a fast set option. If we push it in with the first press of the button, we can change it from 2700 Kelvin to 3200, with the next push to 4300, next push 5500, and one more push to 6500 Kelvin. We do have a full Bowens mount here on this light, so we can attach any kind of light transformers or diffusers. That is really nice. And what I also like is that we have 3 spring-loaded pins that hold the Bowens mounts in place and avoid any form of shaking or rattling. Another nice and professional thought from Zhiyun was to affix here this adapter for umbrellas. Next to the brightness control knob we do have a USB-C port, and you can buy a separate hardware controller for this unit. Not that you need it, but it's available. Also the look is different from most studio lights, because we have a lot of openings in the housing for perfect heat dissipation. Similar to other Molus studio lights, we do have the DynaVort cooling system built in with fans left, right and in the back. Now I can imagine your question, Dirk, how loud is it? Can we actually use it in a movie production or in a documentary? Alright, and this is the noise test. I'm standing about 1 feet away from the light source. I have it set to 100% and the fans are still not kicking in. This just tells us how good the heat dissipation is on this light.
Moments later.
Fans still don't start spinning, so we might have to wait a little while.
More moments later.
And now also left and right fans started spinning. Let's give it a few more minutes to bring it up to temperature and see how loud it is.
A few minutes later.
I'm operating this light at 100%, standing only 1 feet 30 centimeters away from it, and I want to find out if my lav mic is picking up any noises coming from the fans. Can you hear it? Now, I set the camera 1 feet 30 centimeters away from the studio light, and this is the real noise. Now in real life, in a production, you will never have your camera microphone 30 centimeters 1 feet away from your light source. In fact, you are likely to use a lavalier microphone or a directional microphone that points towards your talent far away from the lights. Vega is the mobile app that's available to control this unit out of the convenience of your phone. Here we can set the brightness in 0.1% increments, so even more precise than here on the knob. We can set the color temperature all the way from 2700 Kelvin to 6500 Kelvin. And talking about numbers, yes, it has professional values. The TLCI and the CRI are both at 96. We do have a couple of presets, daytime, tungsten lamp and so on. Pressing and holding the brightness knob will get us to the main menu and back. And if we press and hold the CCT knob, we will get to the 13 built-in special effects. We can get to the different settings by turning the CCT knob, and we can change those values by turning the brightness knob. If we press and hold the CCT knob again, we can go back to the CCT mode. This is a really bright studio light that gives us 20,600 lux at 1 meter distance if we attach the reflector. I personally like the size and also the feel of this handle to adjust the angle of the light. In the box we have a light, we do have a reflector and a very large power cable. I was a little bit surprised that this light didn't come with a carrying case. I like the Molus B100 series, especially the fact that the power adapter is built in and still this studio light is super small. Also the fact that we have a full Bowens mount here is fantastic. So overall a well-rounded product. Do you have thoughts or questions? Please let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely respond. And as you know, a free way to support my channel would be to leave a like. And if you like the channel overall, please consider to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned and take care. Bye for now.